Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about how to stay motivated during this circuit breaker, staying in isolation, and really kind of like discovering a routine to work from home. Not gonna lie, initially when I came back home from the hospital and stuff, it was really hard to get into a routine. I think it took me a good 2 weeks to like fully find a routine and stick to it and make myself feel like I'm actually productive. So there were a couple of things that I did over that span of like 2 weeks, trying to get myself back into the zone, get myself productive again, and it took a lot of work. Obviously, I see a lot of videos like this on the internet, like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be being productive, you should be using this time wisely, you should be, not just sitting and watching Netflix. But we have to realize that we're going through a global pandemic, and times like these are scary, and it is a lot on all of us. So don't be too hard on yourselves. There are days where I just do nothing and I just take the day off, and I don't do any of these things and I still feel okay, just because I really need to like keep my mental health in check. I need to keep myself in check and just realize that we're all in this together. That being said, as much as I have my off days, I also have my really like going hard work days, and I have a few tips and tricks that I use to stay motivated and actually like feel like I want to get work done. So I thought I would share them with you. First thing I like to do is to get up early and exercise. This is like one of the biggest things that has always worked for me, even before this whole isolation and anything like that. If you watched my getting out of a funk video, which I will link down below, the first thing in that as well I said was get up early and exercise. So with exercising, obviously we can't go to gyms and we can't go for classes at gyms, or we can't go for personal training, and that was a big thing because I used to always go for classes back in Brighton, and that would be something that kept me motivated because I committed to the act of waking up at a certain time and being at the gym at a certain time. So that would be my motivation to wake up. But obviously in this isolation we don't have that, so what I did was I found Zoom classes, and I'm currently working with a trainer in like, it's kind of like a boot camp kind of setting, twice a week, and it's really good because I feel like it's more personalized rather than just searching up videos on YouTube, because I have my sports injury and stuff like that, so he's always on the lookout and like making sure that my form is correct. And the good thing about it compared to like YouTube workouts is that I have to wake up at a certain time because it's early in the morning, and again it's a commitment. It's as if I'm going to the gym, but really I'm just attending my Zoom class. So it's small things like that that make me want to get up early and make me want to start the day. So other than Zoom classes, there are a lot of like free fitness classes out there, because the one that I'm doing is paid. But recently I was talking to a friend of mine and she showed me this article on Smart Local that had so many free classes on Zoom and on IGTV and on their Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and I'm so grateful to all these fitness companies and gyms that are doing this for free. Like genuinely, you have no idea how much it helps. So recently I did an IG live video. I followed a Facebook live video from Pure Fitness Official, and it was from one of their Hong Kong trainers. Let me say, I was drenched in sweat. It was the ABT abs, butt, thighs exercise. Oh my god, I was drenched in sweat, completely drenched, but it felt so good. Again, one, because it was live, although they do post the videos later and technically I can watch it whenever I want. There is just something about, okay, this is at 8 a.m, that means I have to be up at 8 a.m. There's something about being in live and in real time with the instructor that makes you feel like, okay, you're at a class, you're at a gym. So small things like this make me want to get up early and actually start my day. So I found that doing this really helps. Next thing I do is my motto: look good, feel good. So I'm going to show you how I do this makeup look, my hair, my outfit right now. When it comes to like glowing up at home, obviously it's a little bit excessive to wear like a full face of makeup. Then again, who am I to speak, because I'm literally doing that like half the week. But they're just really small things that I do that I feel like make me look a little bit more put together, and I'm gonna show you that. So the first thing is, girl, get rid of the glasses. There are so many people in this world that just pull off the look with glasses. I am not one of them. Switch this out for some contacts. Another thing I like to do is actually wear some small little cute earrings. I don't like to wear too big ones at home, so these are really cute. They're from Primark, So the thing with me is that when I'm at home and if I want to look good, I don't like dressing up in jeans. I don't like dressing up in like really pretty clothes that I would wear outside, just because I have the mentality of, oh, you know, I should save this for outside. You know, that kind of mentality where you have something really nice but you don't want to use it because it's too pretty. Yeah, I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Another alternative to a bun is just a high pony. I don't know, makes you look more put together. Like, oh, I put a little bit of effort into my look, but really you didn't. So the first thing I want to do is go in with a concealer. This is the Maybelline New York concealer in the shade 25 medium. So in my head it's like, oh, I'm using a drugstore concealer, and you know, it's worth it to use at home. Please just stick along with my really weird mentality. I swear I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who thinks this way. I'm just gonna use a bit under my eyes, on my forehead, on my nose, and on my chin. Using a concealer brush, I'm just gonna blend this in. Now again, you can stop here and like maybe add a bit of mascara and you're good to go. But I'm gonna go in with the MAC foundation, powder foundation in NC42. It's a Studio Fix powder, and this is actually, I think, probably the first makeup product I ever bought with my mom at Sephora like years ago, and I don't know why I'm still using it. Honestly, it should be expired, but we're just gonna use it. Put it all over my face. I like this because it just adds a good base to my face without actually putting any foundation on, so it feels like, or it looks rather, that I've, you know, got a good amount of makeup, but actually it's just powder. And I'm gonna go in with my brows, so I'm just using the Fenty Beauty brow pencil, and I'm gonna just go very lightly, kind of fill them in, brush them up. Usually on days like this, I don't really go too ham. I just want them to look a bit better because, you know, we're in isolation and we haven't been getting them threaded. So I've been like just tweezing my brows, and honestly it hurts so much, but you've just gotta make do. You already just look so much more awake. I am gonna use my favorite 3-in-1 palette. This is the Cheek Leaders Mini Bronze Squad from Benefit. It has a bronzer, highlighter, and blush. So this is what I like to use on almost everyday basis if I'm doing this kind of makeup, because it's one product, so in my mind I'm not using a lot of things. You know, with bronzer, I'm not really doing any contour. I'm not really putting any shape in my face. All I'm doing is just warming it up, bronzing it up, adding a bit more of dimension so it looks like I put an effort. Go in with some blush, and I love this blush because it's very natural. So it's just adding a little bit of color, a little bit of rosiness to your cheeks. Because this highlighter is really like poppin', I'm just gonna go in with a bit and put this on the tops of my cheeks. Just a little bit. One thing I forgot is to put it on my eyes as well, the bronzer. Just looks like eyeshadow without really trying to try. For lips, I usually do some sort of like lip balm or tinted lip balm, but today I'm just gonna go in with a very nude gloss. Just put a little something, you know. And that's it. Literally it took me barely, you know, less than 10 minutes, 7 minutes maybe, and I already feel so much more put together. Like I'm ready, like it's as if I got ready for work or I'm getting ready for school. So it kind of just puts me in that mindset that, listen, you took some effort to get ready this morning, so let's make it a productive day. Let's not let this good looks go to waste, you know. Like outfit wise, I was saying earlier, I don't like to wear jeans. I don't like to wear anything like that at home, but what I do like to do is wear sweatpants or shorts or whatever, and then I would just wear like a really cute top. Like literally I'm just wearing a black crop top with gray sweatpants, but because it's not like an oversized baggy shirt, because I'm not wearing FPTs at home, I just feel like, you know, I'm put together. Alright, so after I'm dressed up, another thing I like to do obviously is get to work. Usually I like to start my day, my work day, by like 9:30 or 10 a.m. Even if I have really little work for the day, I just like, I'm a very early bird. I'm a morning person. I like to be productive in the morning so that I can take the evening and the night off. So the first thing I would do is I would go outside. I don't like to stay in my room and work, just because, you know, we're in isolation and it's nice to surround yourselves with human beings. And this is a really good excuse to spend time with my family as well. And so usually my family and I'd go outside and we sit on the dining table and we all do work together for the whole day. And there's just something about being outside because like the light it's a lot brighter than it is in my room. I mean, it's already very bright here, so you can imagine how bright it is there. And just like doing work with my dad, keeping him company, him keeping me company, is really, really nice. So I've made it a habit. Literally every day at 9:30 a.m. I'm outside. So it's as if, you know, the walk from my room to outside, even though it's like 10 steps, it's as if that like, okay, you got ready in your room and now you're going to work. Small things like that, I'm telling you, it really, really makes a difference. If you don't want to go outside and you want to like stay in your room, and let's say you don't have a desk in your room, what I really recommend is getting a like, how do I say, like a laptop desk to put on your bed. One, I wouldn't recommend working from bed anyway, because that is your place to sleep and you don't want to mix it up with like your working space and your sleeping space. But like, for example, when I'm editing videos, I love to do it on my bed because I'm just a lot more comfortable. But it is like work, you know, it's like you're on your laptop, so that is considered work anyway. So I like to use a laptop desk. It's just better for my posture, better, like it just puts me in the zone that I'm not just chilling on my bed watching Netflix, I'm actually doing something productive. So this was a really good investment I made. I think I got it from, I would say, Lazada or something. Like, if I can find it, I'll link it down below, but I'm sure you can find something on Lazada, Shopee, all these websites. So another thing I like to do is actually journal. This is something that I have been doing for years, but I haven't been very consistent with it. So I don't like to put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, for example, when I was, you know, in the hospital with COVID, I actually didn't journal at all. A lot of people were like, why are you writing down how you're feeling? And I said no, because there are days obviously where it's all in your head, and you know, your head just becomes way too noisy for you to even pen down your thoughts. It's a lot of effort. I will say it's a lot of effort to actually like translate the thoughts in your head to paper, because that's like you having to face them and kind of acknowledging that they are real. At least it is how it is for me. So it took me about a month and a half of completely procrastinating journaling to finally getting down to journal, and I just started again yesterday. And I don't know, it felt really good. I know it can be really, really scary to face what you're going on in your head. Face what is going on in your head, but trust me when I say when you write it down on paper, it's just so much better. So I like to do this before I sleep. I usually do it at night. It's kind of like, and it's not just journaling, like I have habit trackers as well. You know, some things that I want to do, like exercise, read a book, film videos, you know, something I'm passionate about, something to keep me happy. So, and just things that are good for my mental health. So it's kind of like a bullet journal, but specifically for keeping myself in check and taking care of my inner being. Another thing I like to do to keep me motivated is, let's say when I'm doing my academic work, my school work, and I get really bored, my mind tends to get distracted very easily, and my creative side of the mind tends to start like going on and on and on and on, and I come up with like video ideas and Instagram ideas or makeup ideas, and then there are like so many ideas in my head, I can't focus on anything. So if this kind of thing happens, what I like to do is take my creativity aside, sit down and just brainstorm. I have this book which is where I store all my video ideas, and I write out like video outlines that I want to do, days that I want to film, when I want to edit, when I want to post them. Again, like, is this a career for me? No, it's just a hobby. I love doing this. So, and I love being creative. I love coming up with new ideas. So this is a really good outlet for my creativity. And even if I don't film the video, at least I pen down those thoughts, and it just makes me excited. There's something about like seeing all your ideas on a piece of paper. It just makes me so excited. Even if I never film it, it's like, okay, my brain is working, I'm excited to do this, I'm excited to do that. So that's a really big tip for motivation, is feeling excited for the next day, feeling excited for some time in the week. And I know that days nowadays are just passing by so fast. You don't know when it's Monday, you don't know when it's Wednesday, you don't know if it's Saturday, because every day feels like a weekend. So it's really important to put that distinction between your work days, your creativity moments, your weekends, your rest days, your cheat meals, your exercise. It's just so important not to have everything blend together, although you're in one location. It's hard. It is very, very hard to keep smiling and keep being optimistic, especially like, you know, keeping your mental health in check is all very, very important. And I think during this time, it's hard, and I just want to acknowledge that it's hard. And watching these videos can be a bit demoralizing. I understand, because I've watched so many of these videos of how to stay motivated, how to be productive, how to develop a work from home routine, and sometimes it's just like, oh, how come they can do it and I can't? But I just want to say it's not like this for me every day. It just recently started getting good for me. I would say like the beginning of last week is when I really got my shit together and like started getting my work done, my assignments completed, and it just makes me feel really good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video if you want more like productivity planning videos or how I organize my life or things like that. I love watching those kind of videos, so I'm really interested to make some of those. Leave a comment below as well letting me know how you're feeling during the circuit breaker. Like I would love to know and we can have conversations. And subscribe if you want to for more videos, and I will see you all in my next one.